What's good, YouTube? Edzone back in the building. Edzone back in front of your screen once again. Today's video is sponsored by my clothing brand, normalbrands.com. I'm wearing the shirt that says create, constantly reinvent everything and think eternally. And I'm also wearing this classic snapback that says hustle builds mental muscle. The harder you work and the smarter you work, the better off you'll be in life. All right, let's just get straight to it. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and punch that notification bell in the face to stay up to date on the latest videos. All right, let's get into it. So today I'm going to go a little bit from what I usually talk about on this channel. But anyway, this is a wellness channel. I want to see people do better mentally, physically, financially, relationship-wise, all across the board. So today I'm going to be giving a little info on stock investing 101, because that is a very hot topic right now. A lot of people want to get into that. A lot of people want to know how to achieve some type of financial freedom, or at least get more security outside of a job, because a lot of people have realized that a job is not as secure as they thought it was. We do need to rely on other sources of income as well, right? So let's get into it. First of all, a stock is a small piece of ownership in a company, right? So when you buy one share of a company, let's say you buy one share of McDonald's, you are now an owner of like 0.0000001% of the entire McDonald's stock, right? Every company issues a certain amount of shares, and you can buy as many as you can afford and just, let them sit there or do other things with them depending on what your plan is. So when you buy stock, that's a piece of the pie, whether it's raspberry, strawberry, blueberry, whatever it is. And in order to buy stocks, you first have to set up a brokerage investment account, right? So some of the best online platforms are TD Ameritrade, right? E-Trade and Fidelity. I personally use TD Ameritrade and Fidelity for my investing, right? So once you set those up and connect them to your bank accounts, usually a checking or a saving account, once you link those accounts, you'll be able to take money from your bank account and put it into your investment account. And then here's where the fun starts. So now, before you buy any stock, it's crucial, absolutely crucial to do your research on that company. You're not just buying the stock, you're buying the company behind the stock. You got to know about the CEO. How good is he or she, right? How good is that company compared to its competition? What kind of industry is that company in? Is that company in a growing industry or a dying industry? Is that company in an industry that has to rely on a lot of external factors in order to grow, like the weed industry? Cannabis, that's been a hot topic for years, but cannabis is not really going to go anywhere in this country until it becomes legalized on a federal level. A few states legalizing it here and there on a drip drop type of thing. It's not really going to do much. It's not really going to do much until it becomes more acceptable on a federal level, right? Now, when you look at tech stocks, those companies tend to be very highly valued, very expensive. They tend to have high, what we call PE ratios. Now, a PE ratio is one of the best factors to use to determine if a stock is expensive or cheap, right? It stands for price to earnings ratio. So that's the price of the stock compared to its earnings per share, right? Price of the stock divided by earnings per share. Now, a stock's earnings per share is basically that company's total profits for the year or for the quarter divided by the number of shares it has. So let's say a company had a quarterly profit of $1 billion, right? And it has 1 million shares outstanding. This is just an extreme example, but 1 billion divided by 1 million, that's going to give you 1,000 EPS. So it'd be $1,000 per share, which would be a massive EPS, but I'm just using that for the sake of this video. Right? So you want to use price to earnings ratio to determine if a stock is worthy to buy. You want to look at it. You want to look at its historical growth, its growth over the past 5, 10, 15 years, its growth since its beginning. And you also want to look at the industry that it's in, whether it's tech, consumer goods, food, whatever it is. You want to look at the industry it's in and how well it's doing compared to its competitors. We live in a competitive country, right? Businesses are very competitive in this country. So you want to make sure that you're buying a stock at the top level of competition. That's very important, right? Now, when you start buying your stocks and doing your research, the next thing you want to look at is, what is your strategy? Do you want to buy stocks for growth? Do you want to buy stocks for income? Or do you want to buy stocks for both, right? If you're looking to buy stocks for income, right, the best thing to look at are dividend stocks. Dividend stocks are basically stocks, and I love dividend stocks. I love them so much, right? One of my favorite dividend stocks is AVGO. That's Broadcom, and it pays over $3.60 for each share 4 times a year. Right? It's beautiful. So basically, dividends are paid every 3 months by a company simply for owning that stock. So on top of the stock growth, you're getting paid extra just for owning it. I love it. I love dividends, right? Or you can get into growth stocks who are so busy reinvesting the money that they make back into the company that they don't pay a dividend, but they're giving you double-digit to triple-digit percentage growth every single year. So really, when it comes time to buying stocks, make sure you research your strategy, know what you're doing, and I'll be heading with more videos in the future. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe.